Russian authorities are increasingly sending barely adult young men, fresh out of school, to the front lines of the war in Ukraine, turning the country's supposed future into rows of graves and mourning families. According to an investigation by the BBC, at least 245 Russian soldiers aged just 18 have been confirmed killed in combat over the past 2 years. Experts warn that the true number is likely much higher. Officially, 18-year-olds in Russia are not meant to serve in active combat. President Vladimir Putin, now 72, once publicly assured that conscripts would not be deployed to the front. Yet, behind these promises lies a covert system designed to funnel teenagers straight from graduation to the battlefield. Many are persuaded, or coerced, into signing military contracts, often lured by promises of cash or forced under pressure from police. Recruiters reportedly receive bonuses of 100,000 rubles per new soldier. Security forces play a central role in this machinery. In impoverished regions, recruiters target young men with few prospects, turning desperation into enlistment. The post-invasion education system has also been repurposed for militarization. Schools now hold patriotism lessons, teach children to make trench candles, and bring in soldiers to read battlefield stories. Training rifles have reappeared in classrooms for older students, all part of an effort to shape the young into soldiers. One particularly harrowing case is that of Vitaly Ivanov from Siberia. According to the BBC, he was allegedly beaten by police at a station and soon after found himself on the front lines. He was killed during his very first combat mission, just days into his deployment. Between April 2023 and July 2025, the BBC verified the deaths of 245 18-year-old Russian contract soldiers. In total, at least 2,812 soldiers aged 18 to 20 have died in the war. Due to limited transparency and restricted media coverage, some estimates suggest the real death toll may be as high as 267,000 across all ages. Teenagers who once dreamed of becoming doctors, engineers, or IT specialists are now dying in trenches far from home. Some fall for state propaganda, others are threatened or misled, but all are exploited by a system that treats them as expendable. They're young, naive, and don't fully understand where they're going, said the girlfriend of Alexander Petlinsky, an 18-year-old who signed a military contract just 2 weeks after his birthday. He was killed 20 days later. A drone strike has hit Russia's Rostov region, according to reports from local Telegram channels. Ukrainian kamikaze drones targeted the railway station in the city of Salska, igniting a major fire. Both passenger and freight trains are believed to have sustained damage, and train operations at the station have been temporarily halted. No casualties have been reported. Salska serves as a key logistics hub for transporting supplies, fuel, ammunition, and other materials to the Donetsk region, as well as to the occupied territories of Crimea and Zaporizhia.
Короче, все, это... Смотрите. Все, короче, это пипец. Это полный пи... Это 8
это уже все, это уже, по-моему.
Russian officer and prominent pro-war propagandist Ivan Otrakovsky has made unusually candid remarks about the dire situation within the Russian army. In a rare moment of honesty, he acknowledged the deep crisis and devastating losses suffered by Russian forces in the war against Ukraine. In the first 6 months of the full-scale invasion, we practically lost the entire professional corps of our army, airborne forces, probably 70 to 80%, Marines, and special forces, Otrakovsky admitted. He criticized the chaotic and reckless way these elite units were deployed, often sent into battle with no preparation or clear strategy. They were thrown into assaults because of the incompetence and, more importantly, the criminal mismanagement of our troops, he said. The situation only worsened after Russia began its mass mobilization. According to Otrakovsky, poorly trained conscripts have been left on the front lines for years, with no system of rotation in place. It's horrifying. People were simply taken and left there. They've been at the front for 4 years now. There's total burnout, he remarked. I've seen footage, including from Ukrainian sources, of our soldiers under drone attack. When they realize death is imminent, some even shoot themselves in the head. Otrakovsky also described disturbing cases where severely injured soldiers, some with broken or maimed limbs, are being sent back to the front despite being unfit for combat. How can they possibly fight? What use can they be in such a condition? He asked. He painted a grim picture of how soldiers are viewed by their superiors. This is how people are treated, as expendable. There's no love, no respect, no value placed on human life. Most shockingly, Otrakovsky accused Russian commanders of deliberately sacrificing their own troops for personal gain. We know of entire units where butchers slaughter their personnel en masse and are rewarded with titles like Hero of Russia. These are the people the authorities admire, he claimed. His statements reveal not just the collapse of military professionalism, but a brutal system where human lives are casually discarded and failure is masked by medals and propaganda.